Hey guys, we're going to show you how to make a flange in SolidWorks today. This is a mechanical component that most engineers are familiar with, and it's a really good jump start into the basics of SolidWorks. So to begin, you're going to go up to this little page icon that says New, click it, and double click Part. This will begin making a new part. So to begin, we want to sketch. So go up to the Command Manager, click Sketch, and then click Sketch again. And we want to sketch on the front plane. You can sketch on the top plane or the right plane. I always choose the front plane to just kind of user preference, whatever you want to do. Once you get into more advanced modeling, it becomes more of a necessity to start using different planes. So we'll click the front plane, it'll become perpendicular, then disappear. And to begin, we want to make the circular base. So you're going to go up to Sketch, hit the Circle tool, and then come back in here. And you want to be sure that you are starting your sketches on the origin. This makes sure that you have a good starting point, a good center point for all your parts. It makes designing that much easier. So you're going to bring out your circle however far you want. Then we're going to go to Smart Dimension. This allows you to click the entity and then drag out this dimension and kind of make whatever you want. So we're going to make it 5 inches to begin with. There we go, 5-inch circle to start off. Then after that, you're going to go up to Features and hit Extruded Boss Base. This allows us to make a 2D sketch into a 3D object. We can extrude this thing a certain height. So for us, we want to do 2 inches. Oh, that seems a little big. Let's instead do 1 inch. This creates a 1-inch cylinder with a 5-inch diameter. You hit the check mark, and there you go. You have your little cylinder now. So now hit the space bar, and it'll bring up this cube looking interface, and you're going to hit this front face right here, and it gives you this little window that'll show you the front view. Hit the front view and it becomes perpendicular again. And so now we want to make another sketch. So go up to the sketch tool again and then click this front face of the cylinder so that we can sketch right on top of that. And now it's going to become very apparent why you want to use the origin. So when you start sketching on top of an already made part, you want to use the origin as a reference. So click the origin, make another circle. This time we want it to be smaller. So we're going to smart dimension it to, oh, it was close, to 3 inches. There we go, 3-inch circle. Hit the check mark, go back to features, and let's use extruded boss base again. When we turn it, we can see that this is going to extrude off of the part that we already extruded. So for this one, let's go 2 inches. And there we go. We'll have a cylinder with on top of another cylinder. So this is starting to look more and more like a flange. Again, let's go back to the front view. And we're going to sketch another circle on this face now. So go up, click your circle button, and then make sure you get that origin. Click it, smart dimension that circle to 1.5 inches. And so this time, instead of using extruded boss base, we're going to use extruded cut. This is the opposite of extruded boss base, where it'll cut out material. Now, you can see that it'll highlight the face that you're cutting yellow, and it will show you how far the depth of cut is by this arrow, and then the yellow line shows where that cut's going to stop. So for this, we're going to go a blind cut, which just means it'll go however far back you tell it. We'll go 5 inches, make sure it gets out of there. Check, and then now you can see our hole in there. So that's how we get that main hole. Now we're going to go back to our front view, and we're going to kind of do the same process, just with another added step in it. So we want to sketch. This time we want to sketch on this surface right here for making bolt holes. So to do this, we need to make some construction lines. So if you go to the line tool under sketch, this little down caret, and then do center line. These are construction lines. SolidWorks named it a little weird, but these allow us to make some lines that will be perpendicular to our midpoint. This allows us to kind of make some precise drawings. We just want to make sure they're all locked into the origin. There we go. And then now we're going to hit the circle sketch tool again and did not click. There we go. And we're going to draw it on this perpendicular line. We're going to go right here. And these kind of don't really matter where they go because it's not imperative as to these bolt holes being in the right place. Just kind of hit something right there. So it is imperative though that we smart dimension them correctly. So we're going to hit smart dimension, and we're going to make this 3/8 bolt hole. This is something really cool about SolidWorks is it identifies mathematical operators. So you can do 3/8 and it'll pick that up as a fraction, check, and it changes it to a 3/8 hole. So before we go into our cut, I'm going to show you a tool that'll allow you to make multiple bolt holes around a circular face. So if you go to sketch and linear sketch patterns, you can hit the down arrow and you'll see a circular sketch pattern. This brings up this little side menu right here. Under parameters, you want to click the entity you want to do a pattern about. So we're going to click this circle. And look, it already brings up what it's going to do. It is going to sketch out this circle, and this circle onto the face. And this blue line represents the path it's taking around there. So we can just hit the check mark real quick. And there we go, 4 bolt holes. So now I'll go to features, and now we'll do auger extruded cut. So they all got highlighted. You can see they're going to get cut out the back. That check mark, boom, 4 bolt holes. And now the last thing we want to do is under features, you go to the right here, you see a tool that says fillet. Fillets are a really good mechanical trick used in a lot of parts to make it easier to machine and to get rid of stress concentrations. These are things you learn in solid mechanics classes. And really, it's very imperative, though, that so that the machinist isn't trying to work his butt off, trying to make a really precise part. And also, a lot of machines can't do 90-degree cuts. So this kind of alleviates that. So you get this fillet command window right here, and you want to hit the items to fillet. These are going to be edges. So we want to hit this outside edge of the circle. We want to hit this edge right here on the circle, this top edge, and this edge right here. Boom. And it kind of shows you what those fillets are going to look like, gives you a little preview. We can go back over here. We can select the radius of the fillet. For this one, we're going to go 0.15 fillets, get it nice and big, make it easy to machine. And then if we hit check mark, boom, there they are. And it looks exactly like flange you would see in an oil field, in a machine shop, anything like that. So this has been how to make a flange, and I really hope you guys learned a lot, that you can go and apply this to your own interests. And yeah, have a great day, you guys.